gonna be a tutorial on the look that I have right now. This is, I think, my most intense tutorial so far. I love blue eyeshadows, and every time I see a blue eyeshadow I buy it, even if I almost never wear them. So I really wanted to do a tutorial on it because I think it's a hard eyeshadow to work with, especially for transitioning into your crease. And I use a new Kat Von D, I think it's called the Shade and Light Eye Palette, and this has beautiful matte shadows, but I used those the other day, the cool tones, and I never thought I would love cool tones eyeshadows as much. I need to close the window. Give me a second. They are so beautiful. They blend fantastically. Like, it's just such a beautiful palette. All the shadows are beautiful, but the cool tones kind of, I have never liked them until now. So I use that one, and for the blue one, I use Colourpop in the shade Effect, and it's a beautiful, like it's not navy, it's just a beautiful blue. I don't know how to describe this color. Look at that color. Such a beautiful shade, and it reminds me a lot of the Lorac eyeshadow, the one, let me bring it, the one in the Lorac 2, this called Navy. I think they swatch pretty similar. So if you have the Lorac palette, you can kind of do the same look. So this is the Effect one, and this is Lorac, and you can see how Lorac is just way more pigmented. So that's what I have on all over my lid, and I just blended with the cool tone eyeshadows on the crease. And for you're gonna see everything else I paired with, but I wanted to keep everything else neutral because the eyes are like boom. Okay, so we're gonna start with my clean face, already moisturized and everything. I'm gonna spray this Smashbox Fit Me Finish Primer water, and then put a little bit of this Smashbox pore minimizing just in the areas where I have some pores. And for foundation, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallable Pro Matte. This is in the shade 104. And just use my beauty blender to buff it in. And I think this foundation was a tiny bit light for me. It looked good at the beginning, but at the end I think I did look a little bit pale in this tutorial, so I might have to get, like right there you can see how pale I look. And then for my under eye circles, I'm actually going to be using this new MAC corrector that I found. And this site is called Ocher, and what I love about this is that it's not your regular yellow corrector. It's actually like a mustard color, so it goes really well with a more medium skin tones, because sometimes orange is too dark and yellow is too light. So this works really nice for like looks where you really want to look flawless. But you can see right there, it is canceling my dark circles pretty nice. But then you have to go with the full coverage concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin in the shade Medium Natural, and I'm just gonna make sure that this will hide the corrector pretty well. So I'm just putting it in areas where I need extra coverage, and then here I'm just blending in. And then I'm gonna use the mini beauty blender. It is such a cute little thing. I rarely use it, but since I want to get so precise in here and really hide that yellow corrector, I'm using this mini beauty blender. And this concealer is pretty much my skin tone, so it's not really highlighting. So I use this, I think it's by Maybelline, like the name is already I cannot even see the name anymore, but I didn't like it. That's why I blended right here, and I was like, okay, I'll use it. But it is very thick, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of it after this tutorial, because it kind of made me look very cakey, and I just didn't enjoy it that much. I think it's a Dream Lumi or something like that. Okay, so that just made me look way more paler, so we're gonna put some bronzer. This is the Sonia Kashuk bronzer, and this is a cream one. And I used it before, but I don't know why in this time I wanted to use it. I had the hardest time blending it. It looked very patchy, so I don't know if it's just the foundation and this bronzer didn't work nicely together. But I seriously, like, I cut a lot of the footage. I blend that thing for way too long. So it is a cream product, so you have to put it before any powder. Here I'm just setting everything, not everything, but the concealer with the Maybelline Fit Me Powder that I have been really liking. And time for the eyes, the fun part. So this is the e.l.f. primer, the one that it's like $1. And I'm just gonna blend that with my fingers and go off camera and do my left eye, because at this point I had no clue of how things were going to turn out. So this is one finished eye that took me hours. And I'm just gonna do my eyebrows off camera too. And using the Shade and Light eye palette by Kat Von D, we're gonna use this cream shade just to set that primer and to cancel out any discoloration or veins in our eyes. And we're gonna go to this shade that it's a great transition shade that it's brown, a cool tone brown, and we're gonna really pack this color above our crease, in the crease and above. And you're gonna see I'm gonna go in and out the eyeshadow more than once and really build that color above the crease. It's such a subtle brown, like a grayish brown, that it really doesn't look horrible when you go too much above the crease. And I just really pack this this color, and then blend it very well with a fluffy brush. Then time for the start of the show. This is Colourpop Effect, and this is a matte eyeshadow. And I just packed it first with my finger, but then I don't want to go through the to the border of my crease with my fingers. So this is a pointed synthetic brush by Eco Tools. Any pointy brush will help you do this to get in the inner corner and in the outer corner. This eyeshadow kind of mimics a cream eyeshadow, but then it really dries into like a powder finish. So you really don't want it to go above the contours of your crease, because it's gonna be very hard to remove after you apply it. It's very pigmented, and you have to take your time here and really get all your lid, and then put just a tiny bit into your crease, not really just in the borders of your lid like you see here. I'm getting just a tiny bit in the crease. And then after this is done, we're gonna use this brush. This is a more precise, a fluffy brush, and go to that gray shade and just start in the outer V and work our way through the crease. This is gonna be your crease color, and it's gonna be the color that makes that blue star mixing with the transition shade. So we're gonna put it through the crease, pretty much like 3/4 into our inner corner. And those shadows blend very easily. You don't have to work that much, but because this look was kind of hard and intense, and the color was pretty intense, I did blend it a lot. But it was easier than I thought it was going to be honest. Those shadows are pretty nice. And then we're gonna go to this black, that it is not the most pigmented black that I have used, but it's the easiest to blend that I have used. It is very easy to put in your lids without messing things up. So I really like it. And I'm just gonna put it in the outer V and a little bit into the crease just to make this more smoky. But be careful, you don't want to put it all the way, like don't pass your crease, because then you can really look like you got punched in the face. with this smoky eye. And then here I'm just going back to the fluffy brush and the gray, lightest gray, and just blending and just making sure both eyes are even. Just blend, blend, blend. Okay, so go back to the effect, and any eyeshadow that got blended away, which was not very much, but anything close to the lash line, I'm just putting a little bit more intensity. And here I'm using this Justice Girl liquid eyeliner, and I'm gonna be very precise on putting this the closest to my lashes as possible. This is not intended to be winged or anything. This is just that when we put our lashes, they don't seem as obvious. Here I'm just trimming my lashes because they were pretty long. You want to make sure your lashes are not longer. And here you can see the lash, the band was white, so I painted black actually, and I just let it dry. I painted with that Justice liquid liner. Here I'm just using this Urban Decay 24/7 on my lower and upper waterline, and I'm gonna also put it on my lash line where the actual lashes are, and then buff it with effect. So we're gonna really smoke this lower lash line. And then you see there's a lot of like skin color showing, so I'm gonna go to this black again, and I went out of frame, but pretty much what you want to do here is to hide anything skin color in your lower lash line and just smoke it out with the pencil brush. I'm gonna curl my lashes and put a thin coat of mascara just to hold the curl. Don't worry about this because we're gonna put lashes. I usually don't do this, but for this look I thought it was necessary. Those are the 110 Ardele lashes. And I just kind of look down and apply them in the middle and then the corners, and just make sure that they look nice with my lashes. I'm not an expert on putting lashes. This was the first time I'm putting lashes in like, I don't know, 6 months or so. And I didn't put mascara after just because I like the fluffy effect that the lashes give by themselves. Here I'm using Makeup Geek on Bliss on my cheeks, and this blush is very natural looking, so I didn't want to put much blush. And then here I'm using Bahama Mama by the Balm to contour just a tiny bit, and this is a beautiful bronzer that also serves to contour pretty nice. Then for my inner corners, I'm gonna go to this like icy white and just put it to bring some light into the inner corners since everything is so smoky. And then this is Still the Show by Makeup Geek. It's a mini highlighter, and it was a very shimmery, but I just went with it, and I placed this in the top of my cheeks. And I'm also gonna grab a little bit and put it in my inner corners, just on top of that matte shadow that we placed already. And also a little bit on my cupid's bow and my nose. And just blend that. Just place that and blend it with the clean finger. And then I'm gonna line my lips using Milani. These are the Clear Statement lip liner in the shade All Natural. I'm gonna also fill my lips. It's a very nice nude lip liner. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna use the Rimmel one in the shade 14. Those are the Kate Moss, the black ones. And I think that is it. I just went back and do some more blending. And yeah, that was it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next time. Mwah.